Well, good morning everybody. You can hear the engine running. We're just clearing the windscreens and getting ready for our little journey today. It's Monday the 17th? 16th? 16th. We filled in our forms. We filled up a little bit with water, topped that up, and we're ready to go. We've only got a 45 minute journey today to Thale, which we've stayed at before. So we're almost back on the route that we started coming down on back in August. This today brings us back onto that route. So we know the road a little bit going back, although we're not going to go back the same way exactly because we're using the motorways, which coming down we seem to use very little motorway. But we are going to pay the tolls because it's just so much easier than when we came down. So that's what we're going to do. So it's going to be a short journey today, and then we had a good rest day yesterday because we only had a short journey yesterday, because then we've got a couple of longer journeys coming up really. So that's it for today. Well, one longer journey, but we need to space out the days because we got up here so early. We only need a couple of days really to get to the port, to Dieppe. And actually we've now got the rest of the week. So we're going to hang it out a bit, take little short jumps, rest up, and hope that the airs are open. We've only had one closed so far. Okay, so see you soon. Bye for now.
I can't sit there and talk to people.
Hello. It's Carol's too upset to speak. we are at Thale, parked up. We just did a little journey today, and we sat here. We had a phone call from the campsite where we were going to isolate when we returned to the UK, and they have very kindly said, "We're closed. You can't come." What is it? 5 days before we actually are supposed to arrive. Yeah. I mean, really bad service. Really bad. So we have to make other arrangements. We really can't stay here in France because, well, we've got the booking for the ferry. And we've got the MOT due on the 7th, and we've got to get back by the 22nd so that we are finished self-isolation. But the government have made it really difficult to self-isolate because they've closed down the entire industry. We can't book an Airbnb because they are not taking bookings. The site is closed down. It just won't do any bookings for that period of time at all. Everything's cancelled. So even if we'd booked an Airbnb rather than the campsite that we booked, we still would have had a cancellation. So we have been in contact with the Caravan and Camping Club. Caravan and Motorhome Club. I'm always confused because we belong to both. The Caravan and Motorhome Club, to see if they have got any emergency places open. And a very nice girl, Rebecca, thank you Rebecca, on the other end of the phone. She has filled in the form and is sending it to the relevant department to see whether they have got a space where we could go to. We don't know where that might be. It could be anywhere in the country, I guess. We've told him we're coming into New Haven, so that's the area we're arriving from. So we're waiting to hear back from them. I also spoke to the campsite that has cancelled us, and told them the circumstances. She is going to talk to her boss and see if there's anything they can do by way of letting us on. So we've got two possibilities at the moment, and then there is the Caravan and Camping Club, which we can also try if neither of those work out. But if neither of those work out, I don't think that one will either. Which essentially means that we've come back to England, we will have nowhere we can go and park, and we will essentially have to free camp for 2 weeks And if the lockdown or a version of it continues that stops Airbnbs being open, we will have a cancellation for the Airbnb for while the MOT is being done for 3 days. So the MOT will have to go on to the back burner. Really, really, yeah, stuffed really. We could have stayed longer down in the south of France, but then we'd have had to put the MOT back at that point, and it didn't seem a sensible thing to do. Because then it gets closer and closer, and if we run out of MOT, we then can't tax and insure at the beginning of January. It just gets so difficult. So you end up, between a rock and a hard place. So we're waiting to hear what happens, and we'll let you know. So not feeling too bright at the moment. But hey, everything works out, doesn't it? Sooner or later, we get through it. We always have, and we will continue to do that. Every obstacle that comes in our way, we have managed to get round and sort out. So I'm sure that with other people's help, and we do rely on the help of others, we'll see what happens. There is another possibility, but it's a long journey to get there. We might have to, again, as I say, rely on the help of friends, but we'll leave that as a last resort. Okay, well, God bless to you all, and we'll let you know how it goes. Bye for now.